Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and those in between. Welcome to Tasha's Movie Reviews. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. Here's a video of me drawing a logo for Tasha's Movie Reviews over on the left. As I read this introduction. All these early movie reviews are going to be unlisted until I get the hang of things. So if you're seeing this, you're probably my friend. I'm a bad writer and an even worse drawer. I'm trying to work on that. This week I'm drawing pictures about the movie in paint, but I want to transition to iPad drawing. So I ordered one of those pens. It's like a drawing pen, and it's got a plastic circle tip. So I'll work on capacitive touchscreens, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, you'll notice a nice spelling mistake when I was drawing my logo over there. Where was I? I don't like looking at online reviews or actors' names. Like I don't want to color my impressions with someone else's review. They think it's good or bad or whatever. To write a review, I just write notes on the front and back of a piece of paper. And oops, I was just trying to pause it at the end. Okay. Uh-oh, that's it. You got a sneak peek of what's coming up. I guess we'll leave it there. Well, what's hiding under here? Guess we'll find out. So I just take notes on the front and back of a piece of paper. I have an hour to write the script and an additional hour to do drawings. And then I'm just reading the script in one take. As you can see, I've made some mistakes so far. It's no big deal. We're no worries channel here. And these hour time constraints, I just feel like I'd be too much a perfectionist writing the script or doing the drawings, even though they're going to suck no matter how much time I do them. And also, you see the spoiler warning. I don't know what the heck is and isn't a spoiler in a movie. I don't care. I'm just going to spoil everything that I feel like talking about. So if you actually care about this movie, too bad. This is your warning. Okay. So let's go on to why I picked this movie. And that's because of, partially, this is a shitty rendition of the cover art on the DVD. Okay. So why'd I pick this movie? They say not to judge a book by a cover, but it's a movie, so whatever. My parents have a large DVD collection. They don't collect as much anymore because of streaming these days. And so I saw this, and it piqued my interest. The movie is called Woman on Top. So just with the title, I had some questions like, is this a feminist movie or not? Are they going to do a sexual innuendo with Woman on Top? I was curious. That's definitely not how you spell it. Ooh, it figured it out. Okay, that's how you spell innuendo, if anyone was wondering at home. When I looked at the cover, I was pretty curious because there's like a really attractive woman on the cover, and there's a little red pepper under her lip. So then is it just like a message that getting on top as a woman's all about good looks? And there's definitely some truth to that in the real world. But that isn't like the best message for a movie, so I was curious what direction this movie was going to take based on the cover. And on the back it says it's a rom-com. Definitely a fan of those kinds of movies. Okay. So that's like sort of why I picked the movie. Now, let's get right into it. So the movie starts out by telling us the main character's name's Isabella. She was born pretty, but is also severely motion sick, which does come back a couple times in a few interesting places, the motion sickness. Then it goes on to show that she was like good looking and used cooking skills to get married to a man. And then it's not the best relationship. She's working in the kitchen at his restaurant. He gets all the credit as like being the owner of the restaurant. They sort of give him credit for the whole restaurant and he doesn't really do anything. and he constantly flirts with other women, and they're married. This doesn't seem like the best movie coming off. It isn't coming off as super feminist or uplifting of women or whatever, but that's just the intro. Could all change. And then there's an interesting little tidbit in there where it's like, oh, because she's has motion sickness, apparently she has to take control of situations like driving, or she's got to drive, she's got to lead dancing, and she's got to be on top having sex or else she'll puke everywhere. And there's definitely questions about whether that's bad writing or not. I think that's genius writing. I think that's hilarious, and it definitely brings in a little bit of female empowerment in there, but this whole thing rarely comes up, so the movie isn't very much about that. I guess it kind of fell thrown in there, but it's alright. Okay, yep, and the movie's just mostly about her cooking and her dealing with this toxic relationship with the guy. Okay, so we're moving on now. Okay, we've got a new picture that's gonna come up in a little later. Switch to the bubble bath. Very, very crudely drawn, I must say. Yeah, that'll come up in a little bit. Okay. So she's working restaurant. That was in Brazil. She and her husband are Brazilian. She moves to San Francisco. She has trouble finding a cooking job in the U.S., but she starts teaching cooking lessons or classes or whatever. They become quite popular. She meets this guy who works at a TV studio, and he's been trying to find something for a TV slot. One of his rejected ideas they show is where people are trying to guess someone's sexual orientation, which I thought was kind of funny. How would you even tell? I mean, there's a few stereotypes you could follow, but they rarely hold true. But yeah, that movie idea or TV show idea gets rejected. Oh, yeah. Side note: Isabel moves in with her friend Monica, and there's this really cute scene where they're talking mostly about her shitty, I'm gonna call him should be ex-husband. The guy she's married to. Oops. And they're just having a bath, having a great time. It's a great scene, and that's the kind of relationship I like to have with my friends. Okay. Now that tangent's over. Okay, so the TV guy, he offers her a TV show, but he's also like awkwardly hitting on her. And there's a part where the TV guy thinks they're going on a date, but he doesn't make it clear, and she thinks it's just like a business dinner, or I wrote lunch here. Maybe it's lunch, maybe it's dinner, who cares? This guy's the second love interest here. That and the shitty should be ex-husband guy. Yep, and as you'd expect in this sort of a movie, the TV show is a hit. And okay, Monica, her bubble bath friend from over here, is her assistant on the cooking show. And I wrote it here, should be ex-husband, gets into a bar fight when he sees her cooking show on TV. And then we get to some real juicy drama here. He sneaks onto her live TV show with a band, and they just sort of come in and try and serenade her during her show. And obviously she isn't very happy about that, but the public apparently loves the band's performance, so they have to stay on the show. Ooh, juicy. stuff going on. And yeah, you have the TV show guy and the should-be ex-husband competing for her. And then at some point, each of them talks to Monica, her friend, for advice, for getting with her or being her friend or anything. And so yeah, so the should-be ex-husband, she tells him that they should try being friends and see how that works out. And then the TV guy, who's the American guy, he tells him that he has to understand Brazil. And she talks a lot in metaphors about Brazil and its scene. And I think the main point of it was Brazil is just sort of like a feeling that you have to feel to really get Brazil and to get Isabella. And then the executives want the show to go national, and they want to change the show. She used like really dim kind of like mood lighting before, and they want brighter lights. And also they want Monica out. And a good thing is Isabel quits the show. Oh yeah. Yeah, more about Monica here that I didn't write, but I'm just gonna have to wing here, even though I've sort of been winging and going off script this whole video, so it's not really that big of a deal. Anyways, so like early on in the movie, Monica had a bit of a deep voice and she looks very feminine. I thought she might be like a trans character or something of that sort, but I wasn't sure. But I myself am transgender, and I tend to like notice like masculine or deep sounding voices in all sorts of people, including people who are just like completely cisgender women and think they might be trans when they really aren't. So I thought it was just that happening again. I'm really bad at judging that sort of thing. But anyways, when there's TV execs who are being big jerks, misgender Monica, and they say like he, and they say that he's like doing drag or something, and that was kind of surprising because nothing like that had come up the whole movie. They just sort of, she always wore woman's clothes, got referred to as she, and was just like, you know, just like a normal woman the whole movie. And so I definitely think there was a trans character in this movie, and it was pretty cool. You know, that's the sort of thing I would look for in a movie, but I had no fucking idea that sort of thing was gonna happen in this movie, so that was cool. And in general, other than being trans, she's like the most interesting character in the movie, so it's definitely a win-win there. Okay, so now on to the ending. So I guess this is even more major spoilers, but the movie was pretty good until it got to the ending. I just sort of thought the ending sucked. She gets back with the Brazilian guy, which is definitely, I thought that guy was a bigger jerk than the kind of awkward TV guy trying to get with her. And so they talk about some kind of like irreversible spell or blah 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 to get back together, and then she goes like swimming in the ocean for something to get the relationship with her, I guess, still husband back. And that was really weird because like this whole magic stuff like didn't really come up in the movie at all. I guess early in the movie there was this weird dancing scene I didn't understand where they threw something in the ocean, and now there's this magic stuff. It just fell out of place. I didn't really understand. I don't understand well. I mean, it's probably some kind of Brazilian culture, where if I was Brazilian, maybe I'd know what's going on. But it just it felt kind of shoehorned in because it was like it was just like such a fast ending with just this little bit. It kind of, the ending just went sort of in a weird direction, and wasn't happy she ended up with the guy. Okay, that's pretty much my points. Okay, what I said. Okay, I guess I didn't use the script very much. Maybe I could just improv it next time, but I don't know. It's kind of nice having a script, even if I don't follow it. Just completely improvising everything I say might be a little more stressful. Okay, so closing thoughts. Was watching this movie, a waste of time? Nah, I don't think so. I'm happy I watched it. I watch it again? Well, probably not, but if a friend wanted to watch it with me, sure. And then on the script, so right after I wrote it, I wasn't too happy because I spent 55 minutes writing the first draft. It was pretty long, and then 5 minutes editing it. I couldn't edit the whole darn thing, but I didn't even end up using the script that much, so I'm not sure if I need a more refined script, but I thought I did after I did it. And the paint drawings, ooh, I forgot. I have a third paint drawing. Oh my gosh, how did I forget? It's going to show all three. There's the title art, the bubble bath, and then there's a part where she's going on a date with TV guy, I believe. And then they go on a trolley car, and since she isn't driving the trolley car, she vomits off the side like that. Pretty gross. So yeah, that's the third drawing I did. Each of these 3 drawings took me about 20 minutes. So I spent an hour drawing, an hour writing a script. I think it went pretty good. In my hour time, I didn't count the drawing the intro or writing. I'll show you this top part. So I thought maybe I'd reuse this stuff in the little intro paint video that I played at the start while I was reading my intro. So I didn't count my hour. And again, I took notes on the movie, front and back of a piece of paper. I just watched it through one time. So I think the movie's hour and a half, 2 hours, hour for script, hour for drawings, then maybe half an hour recording. So that takes about 4 hours to make a video probably, if I did the math right. So that's not too bad. So this video is going to be unlisted. The next several few will be... My drawing's pretty bad right now. I think maybe I'll wait until my drawing gets a little bit better. I mean, it's still going to suck by everyone's standards. And yeah, iPad drawings. I'm going to try and transition to that for my next movie review. And I don't want to say like these are going to be weekly or whatever, because I'll probably never follow it. Whenever I feel like it, I'll make the next one. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye!